Back to Mount Airy Day, 1984, May the 5th, and we're interviewing the people at the Mount Airy Learning Tree. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine.
What's your name?
My name is Barbara Blue.
I first met Barbara in about 1981. She'd been back in Philadelphia for not quite a year at that point. She was working as the executive secretary for West Mount Airy Neighbors, and she was developing a project that she had an idea for while she was working in Kansas. She was in Kansas at a fairly high-powered feminist academic post. And she returned to Philadelphia, where she had been in graduate school earlier. And she decided that she wanted to do this project, and she wanted to do it in what she called her favorite neighborhood in Philadelphia. She had seen a free university in Manhattan, Kansas, with the idea that anybody could teach and everybody could learn. And she looked at that, talked to people, said, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? How about doing this? Taking anybody's interest and asking them to turn it into a course.
We have basketball, we have break dancing, we have computer courses, we have dancing courses, we have...
The course locations were all over the Northwest. People came from lots of different places to take advantage of what's involved. So basically it has grown and grown. I'm not going to bore you with statistics, but it's grown enormously and has many, many, many people taking courses and teaching courses every year. When she stopped doing that, she worked at Temple Ambler for a while. A little bit later on, as she retired from Temple, she realized that what she wanted to do was to go back to helping in schools. And she went to Houston School and said, do you have volunteers? Do you need volunteers? And they said, well, yeah, we need volunteers, but we don't really know what to do with them. And Barbara said, I'll help you set up a program. And they began with a program teaching fourth graders who were struggling with reading. She directed it until 2017. And again, another volunteer has taken that one over. So that program continues. At the same time as she had more time as a retired person, she got interested in writing a memoir of her family. So she started working on this memoir and then responded to an ad from Lovett Library. The librarian there was starting a writing group. And then when the librarian dropped out, Barbara basically became the mainstay person for that. And Barbara finished her memoir. The title of her memoir is Ephemeral Blooms, with the idea of, everything that blooms only for a short period of time. By looking for support herself, she created a support group that's been useful to lots of other people. All of these projects have drawn together an unusually diverse group of people. It's great that Barbara is being inducted into the Germantown Hall of Fame because she has made enormous contributions to the fabric of the Northwest Philadelphia community that is historic Germantown, through both adult education and tutoring of children, and through writing, and through making connections between people. She's made a huge contribution.